Hello, welcome back. This is Disha Shah and I create videos on how to make, save and invest money. I know it's been a while. I am sorry I was away for more than 2 weeks. I'm thinking I have an explanation for that, but I promise you I am here to stay. I recently started working full-time and so I'm still figuring out how I can fit in my Instagram page, which if you're not following, you should be following, and my YouTube and figure out work. So give me some time. There might be some inconsistencies, but I promise you, I have loads planned coming up, fun stuff, money stuff, all things Moolah. So I'm very excited. But now that we're back, I really wanted to start with a money date video. I have quite a few updates of the things that I've done in my own personal finance journey that I wanted to share, some new things that I've learned, and just kind of catch you up. Just a disclaimer for everyone who's seeing this as their first money date video. This is just a series where I kind of share what I'm personally doing with money, new things that I'm learning, just so you have an insight on how I apply the things that I talk about in my own life. I wanted to kind of serve as an inspiration for you to take time out of your schedule and sit down and just kind of talk about money with either your partner, your friends, family, or just with yourself, just so you're verbalizing things and it kind of serves as a reaffirmation and reinforces it in your life. So it's a great thing to do. I've done a couple of money dates. I will link the rest of them on the floating eye or in the description box and yeah, let's get started. Okay, let's start. So first I will update you on the things that I spoke about in my previous money date and what I am doing with those investment options, and then we'll get into the new things that I learned this month. But before we get into the video, I really want to share my cute stationery that I finally removed and I'm using a lot of my cute stationery. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd know. This is this really pretty book that my sister got me from Pondicherry. It's handmade. The paper quality is great. I never used it because it's just so pretty, but I now use it for my YouTube video ideas and also to kind of map out different things that I'm doing with my money, whether I'm experimenting or learning. So it's now a Moolah book. Okay, so last money date I spoke about how I'm going to start investing small amounts in digital gold, just because given the previous history, we understand that having gold in your portfolio is great because every time the stock market dips a little bit, gold prices increase, so it's a great balance. I haven't invested as much as I wanted to. Last time I think I promised 500 a month, but I honestly didn't have too much of an income the last 2 months. But now that I am starting to get some amounts and also will get a stable income, I want to start building up a little bit of my gold in my portfolio too. So I will be investing maybe anywhere between 1,000 to 3,000 every month. Also disclaimer, when I sometimes like reveal my numbers, so to say, it is not to discourage people who invest less or to kind of not match up to the ones who are investing more. I always say this: personal finance is extremely personal and preferential. What works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. So just take this as an example to kind of work on your own thing and just take it as an insight. This is not an advising space. This is just me sharing my own personal opinion. This is in no way a recommendation for you. Having said that, but that's my plan for digital gold. The next thing that I did was start my PPF, the Public Provident Fund account, which is a retirement account. Now I wanted to contribute, I think, around 10,000 for the year 2021. Since I wasn't expecting to get a full-time job back then, but now that I have, I want to increase that amount and hopefully max it out, which means I want to invest the whole 1,50,000, which is the maximum amount that you can invest in your retirement account in 1 year, and that is completely tax-free. Exempt. So it is completely tax-free space. So I'm trying to max that out. I don't know in what intervals. I don't know if I will be contributing every single month. That ideally would be my plan, I think. But I might also contribute more on some months that I don't have too many expenses because I am still living with my parents. I haven't moved out yet. And so I'm privileged and they cover most of my living expenses. So I'm assuming I will have a lot more money in hand. So I might do a little more bulk investments in PPF, but I'm not sure. But that's the plan with the PPF account. Then an update on mutual fund. I had stopped my SIP, I think February 2021, simply because I didn't have an income. Like I said, I'm still a student and just graduated, and now I have a job. So the first thing I will do when I get my salary next month is start my SIP so that I am a consistent investor. I'm hoping to invest anywhere between 20 to 30% of my income, at least till I'm living with my parents, only because I get to save a lot more money when I am living with them. And I want to take most advantage of that. So that's the update for mutual funds. I'm also starting to pick up some stocks. I'm not going to be saying which stocks because I'm not certified advisor at all. This is just based on what I analyze. So I will start picking up stocks, and my idea is to kind of create a small diverse portfolio with some stocks from different sectors that I know and I'm familiar with, and just accumulate more and more shares. So that is the stock update. Yeah, these are all the spaces that I've been investing in. So my portfolio now has a retirement account, gold, stocks, and mutual fund. It has a new addition. When we go into the new topics, I will talk about that. But this is currently the pool and what I'm planning to do for the next maybe couple of months. If I do a money date next month, I will update you if there are changes, but right now this is the plan. I am actually super excited to be transitioning into the adult space where I get to invest a lot more money than I was able to. But I think the advantage of investing as a student is that I got to learn and get comfortable with all these different investment options without the fear of having to lose a lot of money, because I didn't have a lot of money. So I was learning and getting comfortable with these investment options with 500 rupees to 2000 rupees maximum. But now that I can invest a lot more money, I don't have to sit down and kind of learn all these instruments from scratch, because I'm already comfortable with it and my systems are set. So now that I start making money, I will just slowly disperse the income wherever I think it should be going according to my life goals and stuff like that. So that fear of what will I do with my money, or I don't know how to manage so much, and kind of wasting a couple of months or even years just learning, is not there anymore. So if you're a student and watching this, if you're a parent, if you have a younger sibling, you get the gist. Make sure to have conversations with your younger ones so they get comfortable with investing even before they get their first salary. Because honestly, I think that's the best time to learn, when you don't have too much money and you're just curious about learning and the fear is not kind of creeped in yet. So I am very excited to be transitioning into the adult phase of investing, which means I have a little more money to play around with, basically. Okay, now let's get down and dirty into the new things that I learned. The first new investment option that I kind of explored into last month was cryptocurrency. I bought my first two cryptocurrencies. I won't be saying which one. Same goes because I'm not an advisor. I don't want people to kind of think these are recommendations and go buy and then blame me later. But I bought two coins. I invested a very small amount because I just want to kind of get used to the app, the UI, UX, how the whole transition works, kind of figure out some stuff. So I invested a very small amount, but I really wanted to kind of talk about it here because it honestly happened because of you people. So I wasn't investing in cryptocurrency. I wasn't even that intrigued or interested back then, but I got so many requests to kind of explain cryptocurrency and talk about it. And I obviously was not going to do it if I didn't invest myself. So then I kind of learned about it. I've also created a playlist, which I'll be adding more and more videos to. I will link it on the floating eye and in the description box so you can check it out. But so I learned a lot more about it. I got super intrigued. I understood a whole bunch. And then I made my first investment. And I think I will continue making small amounts of investments. But what I think I have understood is that it is extremely volatile space. So the risk is extremely high. So the money that I invest in cryptocurrency, I almost think of it as not available to me anymore, because I understand that it might crash anytime or it might go up anytime. But I am in it for the long run again. I'm a long-term investor. But I don't have too much. I don't kind of expect it to grow into something, and like I wouldn't rely on it, basically. I wouldn't think of it as my retirement fund because I don't know if it's going to crash when I want to take it out or not. But I started investing in cryptocurrency and I was super excited about it. I also got my friends to start investing, and it's just great to kind of learn and explore different investment options. Even if you don't invest like thousands of rupees in it, as long as you're familiar with it and you understand, it honestly just gives you this sense of confidence. You get to be a part of a lot more conversations, which means you get to learn different perspectives and what's happening in the market. And this is what investing journey is, I think, for me. Not just investing personal finance journey, it's just it just gives you this sense of security and confidence that's, I think, very important in other aspects of your life. And I think investing in cryptocurrency gave me that kind of extra boost of confidence and edge that I was craving, I think. So that's my exciting update. I started investing in cryptocurrencies. And you can check out the playlist if you're interested and if you want to start investing. Okay, we're almost at the end of the video. I quickly want to talk about digital gold, mostly because I get a lot of questions on this after my last money date, where I talk about the advantages of getting digital gold over physical gold. If you haven't seen that video, then I will link it and you can go check it out, where I talk about why buying digital gold might seem like a better bet in today's world. So I deleted some of the clips by mistake, so I'm shooting again. I wore the same top and jewelry, but the background gives it away. The price of gold on 1st Jan 2020 was 39,100, and the price on the 28th of October 2020 was 52,300. This is 33% returns. Let's get into how digital gold works, because I think I got a more clearer picture. So there are 3 companies in India currently that offers digital gold. There's Augment Gold, MMTC PAM, and Digital Gold India. So these are the 3 companies that are offering digital gold. Now these companies partner with platforms like apps and websites like PhonePe, Google Pay, Paytm, and other platforms. Say you have Google Pay and you're choosing to invest through Google Pay. Google Pay has partnered with MMTC PAM. So say that you place an order of 500 rupees worth of digital gold with Google Pay, then MMTC PAM will purchase 500 rupees worth of equivalent physical gold and store it in secure vaults under your name. These vaults are accessible to you 24/7, so you can buy and sell anytime you want, and they are 100% insured. You can buy gold for as little as 1 rupee, sell for as little as 1 rupee. You also have to pay GST and some inclusive taxes, which is around 3%. All your gold purchases are safely stored and are 100% insured. And you can exchange digital gold for physical gold anytime. So say that you've been accumulating some amounts of gold and now you'd like the physical form delivered, then even that is an option. You will have to pay delivery charges, but you can have the physical gold delivered to your doorstep. So if you're someone who's always been interested in buying physical gold, but COVID has restricted you from doing so, then this is a great option to start accumulating small amounts. Also, let me know if you'd like me to make a detailed explainer video on difference between digital gold, sovereign gold bonds, and gold ETF, exchange traded fund. I think it would be a nice informative video. So let me know if you're interested and I will make that. But that's it on my side. This is all that I'm planning to do for June and July's money date. If there's anything more exciting, I will cover it in my next money date. And yeah, if you sat through this whole thing, then the highest in me recognizes the highest in you, and I will see you in my next video.